Well, I have one more author for you to meet, but if you have been tuned in to the Transformational Author Summit, you've already met her. She is the only author who appears 2 times in our 4-part summit series. Her book, Eat the Berries, went to audiobook and is now available on audio just a couple weeks ago and will be available in bookstores near you, assuming you're in North America, in September 24th. Her first book, Eat the Berries, hits bookstore shelves. And now she's already written another book. What have you been doing this year? She's got 1 book out, about to hit bookstores, available on audiobook, and her new book, just completed, is The Divorced Mom Makeover. Rise up, reclaim your life, and rock on with your gorgeous self, Jamie Hernandez. Book number 2. I'm so incredibly proud of you. You know, most people feel after they finish their first book like, oh, I could have done that better. I could have I know I want to write another book, but then they psych themselves out or they decide one is enough. But you have taken it to the whole next level. Eat the Berries, an amazing weight loss guide. I know you've been a life coach and a wellness coach. You work with women on weight loss and a whole lot more. This one, wow, it's like you evolved 10 years without aging 10 years. This year has been huge for you. So let's talk about the Divorced Mom Makeover.
Yeah, so I wrote this book to address the struggles that divorced and divorcing moms go through. And this book was really near and dear to my heart because I went through a divorce when I was raising 4 kids. And through that process and being a health and life coach, I connected with a lot of women who are in the same position. And I started to realize that the stories were different, but the struggles were the same, which are navigating co-parenting, financial instability, the social stigma of divorce and dealing with that and losing relationships. And then sometimes just getting out of bed in the morning is the most difficult thing. And when you're a mom, you really don't have that choice. You have to get up and show up every day. So I created a toolbox. I call it the Divorce Toolbox. And it's different tools that I had already been teaching my clients, but I decided to apply it to divorce and I used them myself. And so it's whatever scenario you're in or whatever thought you're having or emotion you're having through your divorce, you can pick out a tool from your toolbox to get through that situation. And, the makeover part of it is really exciting to me because I think when people think of a makeover, you think of hair and makeup and your outfit. But in this case, a makeover is just about understanding that divorce is not the end. It's just the beginning, and you are the only one who gets to decide who you will be from this moment forward. And so it's that makeover from the inside out.
Yeah, so powerful. And when you think about going through divorce, it's really a huge identity shift. It changes who you are. I just went to the doctor's yesterday and there's a form that's what's your marital status? And I'm like, do I really have to check divorced now? Why are you asking? Does this matter somehow? Is my temperature different? Or?
Yeah, and it's your feeling, you feel lost. You have this new identity as a divorced person and you have to check that box.
I was like, I'm just going to check single. Will they know? I'm like, am I going to get in trouble?
Difference, if, and then, it's you are a full-time parent and then, in a lot of cases you're sharing your kids with their dad. And so it's who are you when your kids aren't with you? So that's a whole other re-identity process.
Yeah. Well, I love that you're helping people with that. And listen, you wrote 2 books in a year, which is crazy. It's a little over a year, but it's about a year. And you are a mom of 4 and young kids. I think your oldest is
11 and the youngest 4.
Okay. So 4 kids between 4 and 11. I basically imagine you as a taxi service. You must be driving all day long. I'm like, do you write and drive? You have a busy business. You've been a successful coach, life coach, wellness coach, 4 kids. How did you find time? Do you just not sleep? How do we do this?
No, I love sleep. I love my sleep. So I think that people ask me that a lot, as well as just the general question of how do you survive and raise 4 kids? And the answer is really the same, which is just I don't have a choice. That's the only answer I have. Like, you have a baby and you realize that your responsibility is to take care of that child and raise it.
I get the no choice there, but you do have a choice about writing a book.
Well, when you're accepted into the author incubator program, you know that your responsibility is to write a book within 3 months, and you don't really have a choice. That's what you take on when you make that decision, and your team really supports that, and gets us through with the timeline and lots of different tools, and you give us all the love and support that we need. But as I do want to give a shout out to Bethany, because she was my editor, and
For both books?
Anna was my editor for Eat the Berries. Bethany was for this book, and she really understood my life. She rescheduled a couple of meetings for me because I went on a field trip and I had 5th grade graduation. But she also made sure that I stuck to my timelines, and so she helped me get through that. But your whole team is fantastic, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, because there's lots of reasons and excuses to not write your book. But you say you're going to write a book in 3 months, and you get that in your head, and you do it.
Okay, one question for you. Is there anything you didn't do this year because you wrote 2 books? Anything that you said no to? Friends, family, parties, starting another, yoga studio? Is there anything that you said no to that was like hard, but you felt like, well, by saying no to this, I was able to actually write 2 books in a year?
I don't think it was hard. Like I said, when you start the process, for those 3 months, for me, it was every other weekend when the kids were with their dad. So I knew those weekends. I got invited to things, but I said, no, I'm writing my book this weekend, because that was my goal, and it's 3 months, and you'll be fine.
So you missed a bunch of parties. Yeah. You missed some shopping with girlfriends, and you got this. Here it is, the Divorced Mom Makeover. Rise up, reclaim your life, and rock on with your gorgeous self. Jamie is a 2-time best-selling author, and we are so excited that you chose to write your 2nd book with us. I think it's a great example for everyone who has joined the Transformational Author Summit of how much you as a person can change. Like, I know you got 2 books out, and I know you've changed other people's lives. Do you feel like you've changed this year?
I do. I mean, you get to say you're an author. That's another identity that I never had before, but a fun one to embrace and share with people.
Yeah, it's like the transformation and becoming a transformational author is really all about changing your clients. I know how much you change their lives, but the joy and the gift of changing people's lives, changing your readers' lives, changing your clients' life is you evolve into the next person that you are. So I hope that you have learned some tips for how you can release your blocks like Jamie has, that you're feeling inspired to get your book done. And if you have a message in your heart that you're ready to share with the world, you can do exactly what Jamie did about a year ago. You will go to theauthorincubator.com/apply, and you will complete our application form, which our acquisitions editors review. We want to make sure that you tell us on your application how you are committed to finally releasing your author blocks and getting your book done, even if you've got 4 kids, even if you have coaching clients, so that you can make the difference in your readers' lives that you've always wanted to make. These authors today should have shown you, if it's possible for Jamie, if it's possible for the other authors you've met today, it is possible for you if you are committed to doing that. We actually have 5 authors who are not here. So Jamie, I want to share with people, I'm going to ask you to help me. These are people who actually wrote their book with you. They're in your cohort of authors. And why don't you tell people about the first one? Not here, but you will get a link to her book for free.
First one is Karen R. Brinklow, Career or Fibromyalgia, Do I Have to Choose? The Practical Approach to Managing Symptoms and the Life You Love.
I love that. If you have fibromyalgia or know someone who does, you might know that many times that includes claiming disability, not being able to work. But if you get Karen's book or share Karen's book with a friend, you will come to see that may not be the choice for you. You may be able to have both. So Karen is a fibromyalgia coach, and fibromyalgia is very prevalent. Do you get clients with fibromyalgia?
I do not, but I know that it is very prevalent.
It's like, yeah, a lot of people are facing that. So Karen's book. Our next author is Faizoun Kamal. She is the author of The Right Franchise for You, Escape the 9-to-5, Generate Wealth, and Live Life on Your Terms. Yeah, she actually helps people pick out the right franchise. So, which is very cool because it's like, I think it's a combination of like your lifestyle and how much money you want to spend, and how much marketing support you want.
A good book.
Yes. So if you want to be a business owner, but you maybe don't want to have to do all the branding or write your own book, own a franchise, let somebody else write the book, and you can run it for them. So. All right, so this next book I'm really excited about, and I think you told me you haven't read it yet, which is crazy. You have to read it immediately. This book is for you.
Yes.
Tell people about this one.
Title. Darshan Mendoza, The Luminary Journey. That just sounds kind
I know.
of magical.
It is.
Lessons from a volcano in creating a healing center and becoming the leader you were born to be.
Do you have this fantasy of having like a retreat center or a healing center?
I think so.
A lot of my authors have this. This book is very dangerous. If you've ever had the thought, I need to like open up a retreat center, you definitely need Darshan's book. It's awesome. We are also missing from the stage Amy Newhouse, and her book is not for you yet. You can read it.
In a few years.
Save up. Yes, put this up. Yes, download it and save it. But if you do know someone, do you know someone whose like kids are graduating? So if you know someone who's about to be an empty nester, Amy's book is The End is Near, Planning the Life You Want After Your Kids Are Gone. This is a fantasy that Jamie and I have. Someday we will get to read the book. But if you know somebody, or if you are somebody whose kids are leaving home and you're ready to start planning your life, this is ideal if you've got kids in high school. Get this book now so you can start planning. That is free. The link is on the screen. Share it with someone you love. And last but not least,
Claudette Yarbrough, Begin Again Differently. 7 Smart Processes to Win Again After Suffering a Business Loss.
I love Claudette. This book is so awesome and really fits with building teams and really like a lot of the business themed books we have. So if you have a business, Claudette actually is a nonprofit. So this is also really applicable if you have a charity or a nonprofit. So please make sure you get all the books you've seen today. They're all available for free for a few days. I know you're going to write to me and tell me Amy Newhouse's book isn't free. It's 99 cents. Technical error. It will be free tomorrow, but you can pay 99 cents. Amy will be excited about the donation, and we will get that taken care of tomorrow. Thank you for your emails. No need to send them in. We are very excited that you are here, that you've shared this journey with us. We ask you, as a way to pay this back to us, to share at least one book with at least one friend. If you can do that, we will know that these books are doing what they needed to do to become transformational in other people's lives. And that is our whole goal at the Author Incubator. Because at the Author Incubator, we're changing the world one book at a time.